Good afternoon, everyone. It's Kathy with Plan Happy With Me. And if this is your first visit here, hi, welcome. Hope you stick around for a while. If you're a repeat planner friend, thank you so much for coming back and spending your video time with me. Still working in sticker books that I've had for a while. This one's called Free Spirit, and we are going to create my version of the St. Patrick's Day spread. Okay, so I don't like to do a whole month or a whole week around, or even multiple weeks around one holiday. And I used to do that. And this year I sort of kind of did that in my reading journal for February. I kind of did a bad thing, but I love red and pink together, so it just kind of kept growing. Okay, so this is my tracker, my teacher planner tracker. And so what I do is I totally switch up this whole situation here. Instead of having 5 days of the week, I have 7 days of the week and 4 what I call categories. I usually start with the top, so we're going to go ahead and hopefully find the top. Oh, yeah, we're going to use these from used to be Girl Boss Anna. She has changed her name since then, and I'm not even sure if she's still around, but these are cool. I don't use them very often, mostly because I forget that I have them. But this is a perfect color match for what I'm going to do this week. And I got that off. Oh, and I tore it. I got that off center. Because I have so many, I'm just going to set that one aside and figure out how to fix it or toss it or whatever. So we're just going to try this again. I'm going to try to put this over a little bit farther. This color, I couldn't believe how close it was to my stickers that I want to use out of that Free Spirit book. Now, you can flip these and make them go. They're all the same shape. That's probably the biggest negative. But you can flip them so that they are not so copycat. And I try to change that up sometimes. I really honestly don't pay attention when I put it on to make it a little more natural, a little more organic. And once I get it on, if I really don't like it, I'll just change it. They come up pretty easily. And these are the last versions she made. The first versions were probably not as nice to use because they weren't cut shaped. They were just a rectangle, but they were smaller. So these I don't like to use unless I can, I think this is the best place for me to use these is the top, because I have the most amount of space that I need to use. So we're going to go ahead now. I have been doing the big and the small thing, and I sort of want to, let's see, what date is this? 15. I don't know if I want to do the whole Monday or the abbreviation. On last week's, I did do the abbreviation, but this one is, the font is really little. So let's just check it out and see. So we said it was 16. So we'll pick up the 16, hopefully. And let's see what it looks like. If I put the 16 on the end of the green and the abbreviation next to it, I still get a lot of that green. So let's use the abbreviation. Let's use the abbreviation. So here's Tuesday. I can't tell you, I'm sorry, which Mojo book this came out of. I have 2 of her black dated books and her neutral dated book. And I probably don't do the right thing because I just take it out and use it, and if I don't need it, I put it back in any book I want. So I can't really tell you because I don't remember which book it came out of. So we're going to finish this. I'm already liking this. I think this looks really good. I like the big letter or the big number with the little letter. That's been my favorite for a while. But can't always do that because color and letter size, there's only so many letters that I have color-wise, and so I have to be flexible. Okay, 16. Let's just take these off. 17. I pulled this sheet because 18, 19. I don't know where to stop. I think maybe at 24, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 18. I want that green to show behind there. 17. Because I want that color. I don't just want it to say the date. I want to show that color. Because that is the theme of this week, is that particular color. So the Free Spirit has that nice sagey green color, which fit perfect into my St. Patrick's Day idea. So now we are all dated. Now it's time to work on the category section, except we need to change the date here, the month. I have a month in paper, but I'm kind of thinking to put a couple of, sorry, little distraction there, a couple of these behind it to bring over that green for the month. So let's just see. It won't be big enough for just one, I don't think. So we're going to put 2 on here. And we can overlap it. So that way we have plenty. And then March can go right there. But it doesn't hide underneath. So I'm going to lift these, white it out. Probably should have done that in the first place, but if it doesn't need it, I don't like to do it because it can sometimes be even more obnoxious. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put the March here just so we have a little green behind it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now I don't need these and I don't need these. We can put these away. So the category stickers. So I'm going to be honest with you. This book has, for me, been pretty picked through. And I could not find boxes except these. So what I did was I took a sticker like this, except they were much longer because I didn't have 4. And I cut them. Here, these green ones. I cut them. Cut that word off, and then I cut them a little bit shorter to fit inside the box. So I really picked through this book for the color I wanted, for the placement I wanted. So what I was thinking is a couple of things. We're going to start. This is always my centerpiece because this is my deco. This has, I don't know if it's rose gold or brass on it. I should have waited because that's crooked. But I kind of wanted to pick up that coppery, brassy, rose gold kind of feel with this green. This was kind of my inspiration sticker. Okay, so then we're just going to put these on to cover the day of the week. And now we will have 4 category stickers. And I don't have to use any white out. They just, paper sticker goes right over and really does the job of carrying that color. This one is crooked. So let's fix this one. I don't stick them down really solid right away because for spacing and for crookedness and all that fun stuff. Okay, so then let's go ahead and put the categories on. But if you notice, I have 4 copper flowers. So I'm thinking we are going to put one in a different place on each category sticker. Okay, so that's that one. Now that I should probably remove. I'm thinking, what if we stick the copper flower on top? Then I don't have to trim that. There we go. So now the next one is noted. And I'm thinking we're going to put it here. So let's put the flower here. It goes over. Okay, so it's a beautiful day out today. They said it was supposed to rain. Yeah, I don't know if it does. It's going to be later tonight. But the birds are out there singing, and yeah, lots of things are going on out there. Okay, I like it. Okay, so now the next one is get it done. So let's get the flower and let's put it at the bottom. Okay, oh, the flower has to go over. I know that. Why didn't I do it? I don't know about me sometimes. Okay, so because this is a double layer sticker word, we have to make sure we don't get it up too high. I was hoping I could stick it in that little box I had to put on top, but no, it didn't work. I knew it didn't work, but I was just still hoping. Okay, so do we want this one here? Yeah, I think so. This is a double, but the font is much smaller. So we're going to push it down in the corner and put the copper flower right over the top. Just like that, I have 4 category stickers. So the next step now is the washi. Now this is not exactly the color I want, but I think are going to be able to use it. And I'm going to make sure it goes to the bottom of the box above it because it's kind of wide for what I normally use. Okay, and then, yeah, that's a little bit short. So we're going to lift this and slide it down. I love the way that washi comes up. Not all washi comes up that nice, but most all washi does. Now I have it better. I can cut it better this time. There. Okay, that little sticker is driving me crazy. I keep getting one that wants to come off the page. It's like, no, it's not your turn yet. It's not your turn yet. You gotta wait. Okay, we don't have a lot of deco. The Free Spirit book, what I had available was mostly box stickers. I have one quote that I am going to use because it's perfect for a lot of reasons. And I think it's going to go on the for side. Oh, it's over here. Okay. And so we'll just do the other side now. And we'll just keep on trucking here. I don't really change my pattern here too much. I like to play with my stickers and be creative, so I don't really change with the pattern. It gives me a little more confidence to know what I need when I'm pulling things, and it gives me just kind of what I'm looking for. So I don't really change my pattern, but there's no reason to say that you couldn't put your deco on the bottom, on the top, on the second line, on the fourth line. It really is just what you want to do. Now, I like it in the middle because when I started doing this, it just was not working for me to change it every week. I would be like, okay, I know where the get it done goes, and I'd fill it across, and that's the meal aisle. So I was like, yeah, nope, it's always going to be the same 4, and the deco is always going to be in the middle. Okay, so now with that said, what I really would like to do is the noted section because I have all these little stickers going everywhere that I need to put down, and that way I don't have to worry about them anymore. So it starts with sleep, which this was a new way for me, and I think I'm getting better at feeling more confident and doing my pages now. I was for a while very nervous about it. But anyways, I think I'm going to make a little bit of a change here. Not a lot. Because I would like to make it a little easier for me for layout. Okay, then mood and stress. I just thought this font was kind of fun and playful for March. They go like this. And stress is just a number and the mood is an emoji. Now this is where I need these two little stickers. And because I didn't have dots, I thought these little flags would be perfect. They're the right color. I don't get to use these very often. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. But they don't want to stay on the sheet. They keep following my clothes everywhere I go. So what I want to do is kind of put you on hold while I finish this. You guys don't need to see me do this 100 times. So I like to be cognizant of your time, and it's a lot easier for me in the editing stage to go ahead and take a moment here, and I'll be right back. Don't go away. For you, it'll just be a blink of an eye. And just like that, the last sticker is put in place. Except that I just realized I didn't put the little boxes on that have been a menace. So I guess we'll share that time together and see how it looks when it's all finished. I think it'll look really good. The top category is my gratitude. So I just put a little deco in it here and there so that it's not so plain. And then I need the room to write. I kind of do the same thing in the to get it done section. I try not to make myself do more than 3 things in a day. That doesn't always happen, mostly because you know we have busy lives and more than 3 things come up in the same time period. But for the most part, I try not to do more than 3 things in a day. With my job and my care of my special needs grandson, 3 is actually quite a lot. And with this last sticker, oh, I'm so glad to get these attached to the paper. I am done with them. I think they're cute. I like them. And when you don't have a dot the right color, these little, I think they call them flags, are the perfect accessory. Okay, so now we are going to do the deco part. And I absolutely love the color here and the quote, but I have no place for these size stickers. I was going to cut it, but then you don't get the flower, and then the flower is orange and purple or blue, whatever color you want to call it. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to use that. So, but I do have lots more of these, not very much of this. So what I was thinking is, why don't we put one of these up here and down here? That way, those are kind of spread out and shared. And then for the deco, I think we're just going to mix this up here with all kinds of flowers. Oh, where's my quote? I have a really cool quote that is the perfect color. Reach for the stars. And I think that's going to go right there. Yep. And we're just going to finish with more flowers. And then I want to sprinkle in some copper flowers. So let's get that book. I know that it had more copper flowers. So here we go. So by putting them here, That makes the copper heavy on this side. So we just maybe want a couple of little ones here. And then I just want the sagey green and the copper. I don't want any of the other colors. So let's see. Let's put this one here. And then I'm going to take the negative off. So I'm struggling to get that off. So we're just going to cut it and go from there. Okay, so I definitely want, let's try a copper one here. And then maybe a couple of little green ones. Okay, that's good. This is still kind of plain. I might want to find a quote. I tried to find one. I could not find one that was green or copper or anything that I could work with in all of my books. Now, I'm sure there's some out there, but I do not want the other colors. I just want the green and the copper. So I think we're going to add another copper flower here. And I like the way that is. So let's just add a few more little ones here. Oh, you know what? I have some medium ones too. Not very many. Okay, and I also had this little round quote, explore the unseen. So let's use that. I like that. That really made a difference there. But maybe we need a copper flower. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so now let's talk about putting some stuff up here. I think it's pretty empty. Well, actually, let's decorate this gratitude row. That's there. So with top, bottom, middle. Top, bottom, top. Okay. And that one is a paper one. So let's put this one up here just to change it up. And we'll put this one here. And then we will put some copper ones around. Let's see, here maybe? And I don't think, do I have more of these? I have more green ones, but I don't think I have any more medium-sized ones. I have this big one here, which I would love to use. What if we put it here? Well, it's on that side, so what if we put it here? That'll be a little squishy there, but we'll make it work. That way I get to use it, because I don't think I'll have another green page. Okay, so let's go back. The blue, here's copper, and here's copper. So let's see, maybe... Definitely maybe a copper here, and come on, here. Do we have a big copper? We do. So let's move this one. Yeah, I like that better. And then we'll put this one here. I think we're moving along. We just need a little bit of deco over here. And we're going to stick with the green. And let's try, let's put, let's see, what is this? Get it done? Yeah, let's go here. Let's go back a row. These don't have the gold or copper centers, so they're a little more flexible. Okay. And then I think we need a copper here. Let's do a green here. Yeah, and then we'll put a copper. Come on. This is the reason I like to have. Yes, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope that you guys like the video. Please like, subscribe, say hi, or consider sharing. You guys have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.